Hello and welcome back to Formerly Dilapidated, where I take you through my home, room by room, stack by stack, and try to restore order to disorder. Today we're going to work on the dining room, and this will take me a few days. I hope to be mostly finished after the few days I spend on this. Unlike other rooms that will take me a really long time to do, probably what will be left over will be smaller, more organizational tasks that I can do at a later point. But if I can get to those in the chunk of time I'm after, I will do that. So let me just quietly scan the room for a few seconds, and then I'll go over it slower and go over point by point what we're going to tackle. So there's a lot going on in this room. First off, today I'm going to work on the table. Just a lot of clutter, a lot from my kids, and we get out of the habit of making sure they clean it off, and then before you know it, it's full and we can't eat dinner on it again. And so I like to eat dinner at the table. So I'm going to work on the table today, and the floor is really bad. So the floor has, underneath the table, there's clutter, and it's just a very stained carpet with all kinds of garbage. One of my kids was working on shredding documents, and the shredding got on the floor, and there's just clutter on the floor and clutter in front of the pantry. The pantry's mostly okay. It just needs to be more organized. I've got it mostly organized, but I really want to work on that top shelf and pull some stuff out that I'm not using, and just more organizational. And then the bottom two shelves are other storage and cookbooks. I want to replace the blinds with curtains. And over here is just a really cluttered section, obviously, that we need to clean up. Everything's a mess. Up here, my son pointed out the other day, where is it? There it is. We have a crack. I don't know if you can see the crack in the ceiling. Doesn't extend all the way across, just a few feet, but I want to redo all the popcorn ceilings and not have them anymore. There's just general dust and spider webs on the walls, and just general things that need to be cleaned up. So it looks disastrous right now, but I think it's totally doable. So I'm gonna set you right where the tripod is and aiming in this direction, and while I clean off the table today. So I will check in with you in a little bit. Okay, so the table's cleaned off. That's the start. I have found, I don't know if those of you who struggle with a dirty house like I do, I have found that when I decide to start on a room and really try to clean it, I procrastinate because the room at its messiest is very overwhelming to me. And so I avoid it. And so I did that with this room. And once I get that first step done, then I am motivated and it's easier to do the next steps after that. It's just starting. I have a feeling that's going to be the way it is with each of these rooms. The dog is drinking water behind me if you hear all that slurping. But anyways, I have a feeling that's going to be the way it is with every room of the house. Ideally, it would be fantastic if I just went from one day to the next, to the next, to the next, and never had a break in cleaning, and went from one room to the next room to the next room, and just was very successful and was accomplished in all of, but that's not the case, especially when the rooms are as far gone as they are. And this is only the second room right now. Just to give you guys perspective, I'm standing in my kitchen. So that was the room I cleaned first, and now the dining room was behind me the whole time when I was in the kitchen. So now the kitchen's behind me. So anyways, the next time I will work on the floor, my goal, of course, would be to clean the whole floor. But there is a lot going on in this floor. I will see what I can do, but I am motivated to do it now. We won't be able to eat at the table until I get the floor underneath clean because can't scooch our chairs in, you know, stuff like that. But anyways, the table is done. And as usual, I just want to remind everybody that this is a place where we can support each other. And there's no shame, because if I can do it and my house has gotten into this much disrepair, then believe me, I can support you as you do it. And this is a safe place. And let's just keep this a safe place with kind, encouraging comments. And until next time, I hope you all have a blessed day.